Did you get my nephew a treat lately, Linda? Myrna, good to see you. David, Michael, Janet, Curly. I think I got everybody, did I? Bill Woods. Okay, guys. Last night, some very exciting news come, as me and Marianne, as we speak. And guys, I want you to say a prayer for Marianne. She's going through a rough week. And as I say this, Lord, guys, I'm joking with Marianne. Just keep her in your thoughts and help her survive the week. And that's just an inside joke between me and her. But exciting times, as me and Marianne talked yesterday. It's exciting because yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday is Bruce. And Bruce had some good information. We're going to get to that. But there's a lot of things I want to talk about and let people keep coming in. I just think it's so funny how they're messing with our numbers. One night they let us have 3,000. The next night, we had 477 views last night. 15 minutes after I went and checked to see how many views we had. This is not last night, but Monday night. 477 views Monday night. Like I said, about 15, 20 minutes later, I went in to check. We had 11. 11. And that 11 is a magic number because 11 also has some ones in it, and tomorrow is day 1. And before I go any further, and before I forget this, I was listening to a little short video today with Dallas and another guy. Now, you guys all know Dallas. And Dallas was not optimistic about today. We got the report today after 1:30. Everybody's 1:30. So if you're in the Eastern time zone, 1:30, Central 1:30, Pacific 1:30, wherever. It was going to be 1:30 your time, which gives you more time, gives you more time to play. But remember, they said after 1:30. Now, Dallas was not optimistic about that and getting it today. Last day of the month. But when do bankers do their banking? Most of the bankers, their heavy days are the 1st and the 15th. What is tomorrow? 1. There's that 1 again. I don't remember if it was Marianne I was writing a message to today. I think it was Linda. I said, it was Linda because I was telling her my steps. I said, I'm walking my steps here as I'm writing you, Linda. I'm walking my steps, and I looked at my watch, and it was 1:11, the time on my watch. Well, it keeps my steps here on my watch, and at that time, it was 1:11:15. If I would have looked four steps quicker, I would have had time of 1:11, and my steps would have been 11,111. There's that 1. Tomorrow is the 1. Dallas is very optimistic about tomorrow because he said he made a reference to something. Well, he made a reference about the banks. He was the one that said that the heaviest days of the month for banks are the 1st and the 15th. It's not going to make it to the 15th, guys. We're going to be done and going before then. So tomorrow is 1. And see, I like his analogy a lot better than I like Bruce's sometimes. And I love listening to Bruce, especially when Sue interrupted him today. Because Sue's got someone, I bet you, about 61 years or 60 years old. And she wanted to know about that because Bruce said, yeah, I know who you're talking about. That was pretty cool because Sue, I don't know what Bruce looks like. I don't know what Sue looks like, but Sue has got a really, really nice voice. I've never listened to her explain, the stuff she does because I don't believe in that. But that doesn't mean she's don't have the right to do what she wants to do. But anyway, that being said, we're there, guys. We're there. So I'm going to say the pledge. You know what? Let me talk to the kids first. Super Jimmy, everything we see. I for you, my friend, we all know how I feel about certain people. And one of them, you know, if you look up in the air, you see the sky. But I joined her channel so I could get updates. And some of the updates that she gives, I believe in, some of I don't. But the fact is, she's just like me. She knows the beds are there. She knows they're ready. She knows that we're going to be on them. She knows they're free. And that's the one thing I want to tell you guys. Guys, there is so many false messages going out now everywhere. They're swamping us. If someone tells you they have a med bed, call for an appointment. And then they tell you it's going to be X amount of dollars. Just hang your phone up or be polite and tell them to kiss your royal, you know what. But just hang up, because if they're charging you for these special beds, they're not the real ones, because the real ones will be 100% absolutely free. No, he said after 1:30 today. Didn't he, Roland? That's what I heard, was
No,
after
I
1:30.
think he said everybody at the same time. Yeah. If it was whatever time he said.
Whatever your time zone, you got it at 1:30, is what he said. That's what I heard.
I don't know.
Maybe I was listening to someone else. I don't know. But, you know, 1:30's passed. He said after. From what I heard, he said after. So it's after, so we can expect him anytime. But I start to believe with Dallas, could be tomorrow. It could be, you know, but, you know, guys, we have been crossing this bridge. But the main thing,
Dallas.
I like Dallas, and I want to get back to Jimmy and, you know, reassure him that the beds are coming, and we're gonna make sure him and Mommy get on them. Then, you know, our little cowboy ass took a different route home tonight. I got out of my daughter's house babysitting a little early. My son-in-law came home a little early, and which, if my son-in-law comes home a little early, my daughter always comes home a little early. So I could tell right then that they was wanting to talk to each other, and I was an afterthought, so I just on down the road and came home. But I took a little different route because I had to stop at the store, and never been on this road. And man, dude, I seen a ranch, and I'm thinking, wow, this is what we want. Wasn't for sale, but that don't mean they won't sell it. Nah, I'm just joking. We'll get our own. But, you know, stay close to your friends. And this goes to all your kids. Please stay close to your friends. Talk to them every day if you can. I wish I could talk to my friends. I can't. Maybe someday I will, because when we go to heaven on earth, we'll see. Karate Kid and Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and strong, just like your mom. She's brave, courageous, and strong. Boog, Boogaloo, and Boogaroo growing like weeds, and Boogs, you're just getting way too pretty. Slow down. You're going to give Grandpa a heart attack. And we don't want none of that, guys, because we want everybody healthy when we go to what we're going to. Patriot Princess, our little queen. I think I'm going to start calling her Patriot Queen, because my little granddaughter likes me to call her my princess. And you can't have two princesses. But, you know, me, I can have 20. I don't care. I love kids. I love kids. I love animals with a passion. Patriot Hunter, you know, what can I say? You know, you got a great grandmother. Yeah, I mean, not great, but, you know, she's just a superior, unbelievable lady. Then we got Patriot Little Leona. Wow. Growing like oh man, she is just a doll. You know, Mike hasn't shared a picture on the sites with you guys. You got to get him to do so. Hi, Diane. Michael, good to see you here. Ron Anderson's in the house. He's in the house. Yeah, do a little Mike Penny there. You know, I listened to a lady on a show the other day, and she's imitating all of us guys. Except for the lion part. And I swear every word that come out of her mouth. And, you know, I don't listen to this lady, but I did as a courtesy to one of our true patriots here. And I won't mention no name. I don't need to mention names. Don't need to. Patriot gymnast, super gymnast. She was doing gymnastic things in the house today before I left. Or I'd have been out of there a little earlier. Well, naturally, Patriot, little monkey, my little granddaughter, I can do a cartwheel. And, for 3 years old, she can do a cartwheel. And then she gets on her back and she says, Grandpa, watch this. And she acts like she's going to do a backwards flip. And I said, when I was younger, I used to be the best at doing the backward flip in our school. We would do tumbling, and I never was good on the frontward rolls, but the backward, maybe that's why I'm backwards. I don't know. But I'd go that backward flip, and I'd kick my feet, and my butt would come off the floor about that much. And man, my teacher said, can you teach the kids how to do that? No, you can't. You got to have it in you. But my granddaughter said, get down on the floor, Grandpa, and you show me. Like I get down on the floor, I ain't getting back up. Patriot 7. I just got a message from him. He's got one of those watches that he can call me or send texts to, and ever since he's got it, I rarely go a day that I don't get at least 2 or 3 messages from him. Sometimes it's just a picture, sometimes it's a goofy thing, because see, me and him's got this thing that when we're out and he's doing something like playing sports or that, I root him on, and if he does something good, I yell out to him, "You the man, Liam! You the man, Liam!" And I'll say, "Who the man, Liam?" And he'll go, "I the man, Papa. I the man." And people look around like, what is going on? Other people laugh like crazy, but you gotta have fun, especially with the kids, especially with this generation of kids now. We cannot allow a generation of kids to go like the kids are in a certain generation. I won't mention it, but I got 2 kids in that generation. And then we got Patriot Small Hank. He was happy tonight. He got to go over and sign up for baseball. He's going to be in a league where they use the machines to pitch. And he says, well, I don't know if I can hit a ball that's pitched to me. I said, if you can't, you lose the last name Andersons. Andersons have always been hitters. And I was joking with him and that, but I'll work with him. I'll help him. And I love coaching kids. I would go over and coach my grandkids over in Clifton, but they won't let me, because over there I'm sorry. If there's any Clifton people on here, and especially if you're a coach, I apologize for saying this, but you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to baseball. I mean, you can really see the coaches they have over there. They're coaching because they got a kid, and the wife is saying, boom, you're coaching. I would love to go over there and teach the coaches how to coach. And me and Ron know how to coach. When they let us coach in Herscher, we never had a team that we didn't win the league every year. Every year we ever coached, we took first place. We had kids coming from other teams. Can we play on your team? Can we play on your team? I mean, this is the truth. But yet I won this one league one year, and whoever won the league, the team that won the league was supposed to coach the All-Star team. They chose another coach to coach the All-Star team. A team that in 4 games that we played against that team, my team, they didn't come within 10 runs of us. But I was a better coach. Yeah, he wasn't. But he was the one that would kiss their behinds, and I wouldn't. Then we got Patriot Kira, who just, I'm telling you, me and her's getting like this. I mean, we are close, and it's just a joy to see my grandkids and the love I have for them. And I talked to Linda and I talked to Marianne about my grandkids, and the other night I was mentioning it to some other people when I was talking to them, and it just, I don't know what more I can say, but we were chosen for a reason. I'm gonna read you that in a little bit, so I don't want to ruin that part, but let's do the pledge and the music. As far as the kids go, I think I got them all. I believe I did. If I missed any, I apologize. I missed the college kids, but they're at college. They ain't going to miss us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt as love is there. God bless the USA. God bless the From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt love is there. God bless the USA. Next to you and defend her still today. Because there ain't no doubt I love this land.
Wow, wow, wow. God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American. I am. And guys, we're going to be more proud real soon. You know, and I still get some emails. Because, see, when I come on and do a show, I've been accused of being a liar. And not by emails. I literally listened to someone the other day say, she's the only one telling the truth on the whole thing. She called out Mark Z. She called out Bruce. She called out Charlie. I was surprised she didn't call me out, but that's okay. We're little. Thanks to her. But you know what? I love our family here. You know, we have a good group of people here that we're starting to grow all over. And, you know, it's funny. I sat down and I made a statement a little bit ago about sending Linda a message and telling her about all the ones, you know, 1,001, 11,100 and 15. Why couldn't it have been 11,000? Because it was at 111. And the reason I'm talking like this and dragging this section out, never mind. We was at 109 on my screen. 109 on my screen, I just knew two people were going to come in, and I was going to be able to tell you on the screen right now it's 111. But no, I'm telling you guys, sometimes you just do it. You know, I talked to you once before about the numbers, on a clock. There's days that me and Ronnie see 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. Guys, we've seen 666, but not on our clock. But there's other places you see numbers. And you see numbers like that. We see 1111. Like, Ronnie has a clock here that I gave him for Christmas a couple years ago. It's really nice. But for some reason, when we, it's an hour ahead because I couldn't get it to go back. I got it back. It stayed back for quite a while, and then all of a sudden it jumped ahead again. And whenever I try and move it back, it'll stay like that for a day or two, and then it jumps ahead again. So I usually go home around 10 o'clock at night. But I've been getting his medicine ready right at 10, and I talk to him, and we make plans and talk about, things that's happening and something good to read, something good to watch. He sent me something. I sent him something.
Michael's seen 1111, he says.
Michael, you've seen it 4 times? Well, we're at 114 now, so not that I don't want anybody to go away, but 114, but we got 53 thumbs up. I don't care about the thumbs up. I don't care if you don't want to subscribe. My show, our show with me and Ron and all of us, because I considered all our show. Hey, Myrna, good to see you. There's that Ron Anderson again. He's on here tonight.
Not as much as the other one.
But look at that. We jumped to 121 and 57. But, guys, I'm never going to ask you to do this or do that. You're going to do what you want to do. But I tell you, another thing I'll never do is when I'm talking or I got a little video I want you to listen to, like Proud to Be an American, I'm never going to ask you to quit talking. I'm not going to shut the chat off. But, well, some of it you can, Michael. Well, I'd really hope that we could keep our vibrations up enough that we don't think like that. I really would. I'm talking about Michael Gentry, who just posted something, and I understand where he's coming from. I guess he posted it quite a bit ago, but I just seen it. But, wow, a long time ago. Jesus. Man, it took me like 5 spins to get back to where everybody is. Oh, Betty Woods is here. Betty and Bill Woods is here. You two together or different? Just are you two together? Are you in different necks of the woods? I'm sorry, couldn't let that go. And Hummer's here, and Cindy. Has anybody seen Cindy tonight? I was talking to her a couple nights ago, and my phone screwed up, and she is doing better. So I want to thank everybody for giving all the prayers to Cindy when she was down. And we was just in a point. Kevin's here. Good to see him. See, guys, I try to acknowledge you, but I'm not going to hold the show up just to go through everybody. I mean, I gotta move forward. What can we talk about? Let's talk about something good. Let's open up the magical box here and see what we can talk about good. Because I do got some good stuff tonight. We might go 1 hour and 11 minutes. Who knows? Just don't know. I'm going to talk a little bit about Bruce here. Bruce started off by saying, I did figure out when we didn't get notified today, which I expected about noon, it didn't happen, and thought, why not? But we are in a very good space, and what is coming, and this is what made me think of the timing. I get intel every day, some days more than others. You just never know. And we'd heard over the weekend that the R&R is supposed to start. Now, guys, listen. It's supposed to start February 1st through the 7th for the older folks, 61 or 62 and up, lump sum payments first week of February. The increase in Social Security hasn't happened yet. We did get a small one in January, they give us that 3 point whatever. But we now hear that it will happen in February, but we understand the increase will not exceed what you're making now, and what you're going to get will not exceed $4,900 plus. That is still huge money. Who is going to complain if you're making $1,600 or $1,700 and all of a sudden they say, well, here's $4,900? So I like that. And a lump sum payments for seniors, and it will be substantial, big, huge. It's kind of like the mistake that lady made trying to sell clothes when she went in there in Pretty Woman and she wouldn't sell her clothes. Mistake, big, huge. Let's see. It will be even bigger for 70-year-olds and up. So I'm hoping they consider me 70 and up, because if it's not happening till tomorrow, I'm going to be within just a few days. But you know what? If they consider me 69, I'm okay with that too, because anything I get, I'm going to be happy with. And plus, if Ronnie gets more than me, I'll just get some from him. Let's see. And I'm sure that might be divided. Okay. Oh, he's talking here about Sue and him was discussing 42 to 61 will be paid out in payments. He said he heard of 15 years. But here's the deal. I don't know if he was misunderstanding himself, but he said, like, if you're 58 or 59, you might get paid in 10 years or less, maybe 5, because, you know, they're going to want you to have your money quicker, which would be a lump sum for them like we get. I would think that anybody, once they turn 62, so if you're 56, you get your payments for 6 years, what you have left. I would think then that you will get the lump sum, because you've, as much as you hate to say it, you have reached the magical number. You know, you've reached it. So that's where I would think. And I was really, really hoping, as I'm listening to Bruce, boy, if I could only talk to him and, you know, give him my version, it might make him understand it. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than Bruce, but it just makes sense. If you're 42 and you get paid over 15 years, you're still not reached 56. They should pay them over 20 years, you know. But that's not the point. The point is, you know, I think that's how they might do it. But as he said, that was just his opinion, and this is just mine. But we are supposed to get the R&R this month. We are supposed to get, you know, the Social Security raise. Now, here's the thing. And Bruce made the statement on this. He don't know how long we'll get Social Security. Now, we've been told that it will go.
Well, it won't be called Social Security no more.
It'll just go in with what they're paying us now. So they're not going to take money away just because SS goes away. But the whole thing is, hi, David. The whole thing is we're in a situation, guys. You have to take into consideration too. If you only get $4,000 a month. Now remember, they're saying we're going to go back to 70s or 60s, maybe even 50s prices. Well, I haven't did a research on 60s and 50s, but remember when we were talking about going back to 70s prices? I did. Guys, in the 70s, in 1974, I bought a 1974 Dodge Dart out the door for less than $3,500. Out the door. You take any car today, equivalent for that, it's $20,000, which makes sense because they say, when I did the research, that whatever money you made in the 70s, take it times 7.5, and that's what it would be worth today. So if you had a job, you was making 20,000 back then, that money would be worth 150,000 the way it is. You know, I've been talking to Ron a lot about the sports. I think sports is crooked as the day is 24 hours long. And that's one thing that I got to say, guys, with all this stuff going around about this and this and this and this, not one time have I heard them say that the day isn't 24 hours long. Now, if you've heard something, I haven't. But, you know, I just think that where we're at now, oh, I am proud to be American. I'm proud to be alive right now because this is the greatest time in the world. And why? I'm going to read why here in a second. Because I got sent this today. Those who are meant to hear the truth will hear the truth. That is why, and they crossed out, have been chosen and selected. That's why we have been chosen, John. We, JK, we, Bill Woods, we, Linda, we, Michael, we, Myrna. We have been chosen to be here. Whether you chose to buy currency, whether you chose to just come in and give your support, everybody is going to become, I believe, and this is my belief because I've heard it from several people. So I guess it's their belief, but I'm not going to mention all the people because I don't remember them. I believe we will all become millionaires, living with $1 million or more in a time where what it's going to cost would actually be valued at about $7.5 million. Someone said to me today, that's really, boy, I got something that got in my eye and it's bothering me. So if I blink a lot, I'm not trying to send some kind of code. This is not a comm guy. This is me having trouble with this eye. But anyway, I lost my train of thought when I got that with my eye. Well, hello, Allison. Guys, everybody say hello to Allison. She's a new follower. Thank you for following our group. I'm Patriot5. My brother Ron, Patriot6, is sitting right over here to the side of me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for letting us know that you're new. We do have some rules and regulations here, Allison. You can chat in here. You can say anything. But if you talk about the 16th president, we call him the hat. If you talk about the guy that they say is the president now, you know, he's called Sleepy. The things that are going to happen, that one of them starts with an N and one starts with a G, we call them the big N and the big G. And other people can fill you in on other things. But thank you for coming and being part of our group. No work, no money. That's right. That was another thing. Bruce said. Thank you, Curly. That was another thing Bruce said. When you're that 41 to 61, you don't work. You can't prove you work. No, it won't be. Bread will not be $1,000 loaf. You're missing the whole point here, Kuzmo. When we have that kind of money, the prices for what we're getting are going to be very low. You will not pay taxes on anything unless it's brand new, and that's just houses and cars and
$1,000. Whoa.
Huh? Yeah. Kuzmo, you got
I ain't eating no toast.
You got Ron over there laughing because he said he sure ain't eating no toast, even if he's a millionaire. He ain't spending $1,000 a loaf. Sure ain't gonna have no egg sandwich because eggs would probably be $2,000 a dozen. But no, the prices are gonna be low. We're gonna have it. But see, they want to go back to the prices because they don't like these times, guys. These are the worst times.
Like
What Sleepy has done to us, what that guy that married that guy has done to us, what that crazy HC has done to us. They have literally ruined our country. They have stolen everything that we've ever believed in. And now we have a guy in the hat that is going to get us back to where we need to get. And if you're doing any looking and listening to anything, man, new countries are joining. They're joining the BRICS. Guys, it ain't going to be long that it's announced that all of the 209 nations have joined. You know, the stuff, they're just putting on a show for us so they can finish it out. I heard someone on a show the other day, oh, this lady went off and she said that this is wrong and this is, she had no clue what she was talking about. She's telling us that there is no 800 number. There is no redemption center. There is no special banks. And you can take it into any bank. There is no shutting down banks. Then why are they shutting down? And I mean, got me a headache. 2 hours and 58 minute video. 2 hours and 58 minutes of my life I can never have back, but I can because God loves me and he's going to take care of me. And we're going to live here for a long, long time because we're going to be heaven on earth. And I'm going to discuss the heaven on earth. I believe, and this is my beliefs. This is not a lie. This is not something I read. This is my beliefs. I believe I don't think it's going to happen right after everything happens because, you know, they're saying the big end will not be announced. You'll know it. But see, I think it needs to be announced somewhat because when you go to the big end, and now all of a sudden, my daughter, Dad, my house was paid off. Dad, my credit cards was paid off. Or my son, Dad, my car was paid off. He can't pay his house off because it's my house. But I can say, Brandon, my house was paid off. Well, how'd that happen? Well, you know, when you didn't want to listen to Dad all that time, that's how it happened because we're now in the big end. So go and do some research and find out what the big end is. It's pretty simple. Some people's going to tell you it's never going to happen. Them like that, I just move on. It's the same thing as negative people. They start talking to me negative, and we got a special patriot on here. Man, she's trying to help people. Linda is going out trying to help people. And it's breaking her heart because a couple of them that she tried to help that she really believed in, really needed this, really need these beds. And when they did the research on them, they come back, one of the ladies quit talking to her and the other guy acts like, I don't want you in my restaurant no more. Man, guys, you move on from these people. You don't let them get you down. And this is coming from a guy who I was so depressed last Friday night, I didn't know what I was going to do. You know what I ended up doing? I ended up going and reading some of the old letters that girl that I write in the Ukraine had sent me, and it kind of cheered me up. Yeah, I know you'd say that, John, because you know what? Here's the deal. Thanks anyway, you know, because you know what I'm talking about. Guys, the guy, I'm going to mention your name, John. You're the man who shared with me, and I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and hopefully I'm going to give you a call in the afternoon. We can chat for 15 or 20 minutes because we got a lot of things. We got a lot of things in common, which we all do on here. But I want to go back to the heaven on earth. I really feel that once this is all joined, I don't believe we're going to be able to walk to heaven and visit people, but somehow God's going to provide it. That if you've lost a loved one, I really believe this, that you're going to be able to contact them. I don't know how many years you're going to go back. I hope at least till 1989, because that's when I lost my dad. I'd like to go back a little further than that, but that's pushing it 70 years. Because, see, I had, of the 4 grandparents I had, I only had one of them that was alive when I was born, and I was 3 when he passed away. I was also fighting polio when he passed away. I see pictures of him. Looking at a picture of my grandpa is almost like looking at a picture of my dad, of the pictures I've seen. You know, they have the family hair. I'm carrying on a tradition. I looked at my son and I looked at my grandson and I said, see the tradition you got to carry on. Fortunately, my son and my grandson, I think, Grandson, I'm not too sure about, but my son, I'm pretty sure, got his wife's side of the family, my ex-wife's side of the family's hair. So I just wanted to put that out there, what I believe about, I really do. I believe you might be able to see some of your animals. You know, I lost a little dog that I still cry over, and people think, you're crying over a dog. Yeah, I am. That dog meant the world to me. And when I go to bed at night, I don't have to make her get off of my pillow, because I swear she laughed at me every night. When she got up on the bed, I'd go to get in bed and she'd be laying on my pillow. I'd say, get over on the other pillow. That's yours. She'd go over it, and my other little dog slept down in the middle of the bed. Well, I don't have that particular pillow anymore, because when we buried her, we laid her head to rest on it. I got to get off that subject because I'm getting teary-eyed. Okay, I told you about the BRICS. So, anti-imperialist development, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates are confirmed they're joining the BRICS. The 10 BRICS members now are Russia, Brazil, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Kingdom of the Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. I still believe, guys, that we are there. I do. I still believe that we're in there. They just don't want to announce it, because then that would really make Sleepy look stupid, because if they would announce the BRICS, he has no clue what it is. But so that was good. Also, there was something else I wanted to address on. Oh my God. Something else I wanted to address on that subject, but see if I can find it real quick. Bear with me. I'll come across it later. We are no longer under the 1871 CORP Act. You are watching the new republic forming right before your eyes. Don't miss the greatest show on earth. Also, I want to talk to you something about the hat. I was watching a video today with this young lady, very pretty, very beautiful young lady, which all women are, in my eyes. Remember, I wear glasses. I'm joking, women. Girls, I'm in a good mood tonight. But anyway, I was watching this young lady, and she says, she had a video, and she had of the hat in court, and his attorney was a woman. And she explained it was a com, because she had a blue, I believe it was a blue, like, shawl on, but underneath it was the white and the red, which makes it look like Texas flag. Remember, all of it's coming through Texas. You know, when you hear all of this stuff, and I mean, she went on to explain it. The video is on my site on Telegram. So if you want to see it, you can go there and watch it. Here's something that's pretty interesting to read. Bear with me. It's a little long. The hat executive orders. Now, I'm not going to read executive order when I say the numbers, all of them, but I will start off with the first one. Executive order 13818. Confiscated private and corporate assets seized the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, blocking the property of those involved in serious human rights abuses or corruption, human trafficking. 13848 imposes certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference in any of the United States choice elections. 13 959, maintain American leadership in artificial intelligence. Khazarian assets confiscated among the top 3 executive orders. Many DS assets were confiscated and DS agents reversed. 13818, 13848, and 13859. The Space Force has everything under control. DS money will be used up quickly. All DS gold has already been confiscated. Parentheses, Vatican, etc. Parentheses. Wall Street, Washington, D.C., Vatican, and the City of London all died. Operation Defend Europe. This started March 17, 2020, and takes over the VATICAN. It's a mafia. It's the mafia, and it's seizing the Rothschilds' central banks. Brexit has served the Vatican's ropes and stripped the royals of all assets. We're going to Tesla and metals instead of oil and gas. The Big G, Global Economic Security and Reform Act, is for the Big G. It should be implemented on 10/11/2001, stopped by the Kardashians, false flag event on 9/11, elimination of the national debt and nations of the world, no taxes, only a fixed sales tax around 15%. I've heard 14, but it's around 15 on new goods only. And that does not include food and things like that. Wavering of mortgages and other banks' departments due to illegal government activities. Back to constitutional law. Get rid of corrupt law of the sea. Newly elected leaders only. They will only be 10% of the current government. So whatever the government is everywhere in the United States, we will go down to a size of about 10% of that. World peace for 1,000 years. Eliminate all current and future nuclear weapons on the planet. Gold standard. Introduction of new hidden technology. 6,000 Tesla patents. Free energy. Build and rebuild in all countries. And now, here you go. And 1950 prices. The power back to we the people, global distribution of wealth, Odin Project, World EBS, Emergency Broadcast System. Subscribe for more at Tucker Carlson. A lot being said there. I can't believe. I'm going to tell you something. On March 5th of this year, I will have been doing this show with Ron for 3 years. I hated to read. I almost got kicked out of school because I couldn't speak in front of people. My daughter tells me now, Dad, we can't get you to shut up. I think my daughter would ask me to move in with her if it wasn't for the fact that I never shut up, and she don't think they'd get any sleep around the house.
No, that attitude.
I've already read Bruce. So we got Judy left. That's all we got left. Well, that's going to be, would be good. See what Judy has to say. I've read a little bit of Judy. Guys, if I can't get through Judy, I'm just going to cut it off. Okay. Thank you, Janet. I'm just going to cut it off because I tried reading Judy earlier and I was getting overwhelmed with ads. When I would try to read something, an ad would pop up right in front of it. If I try to read something else, an ad would pop up right in front of it. And I couldn't get anything out of it. So the little bit I did get, I liked. And hopefully, yeah, that ad is back already. I click on it, I'm going to leave it alone. This is from Judy Bidington, compiled Wednesday, 31st January, 2024. 12:01. Doesn't it seem like we were just celebrating the new year? And who knows, we may be very soon again. Yeah, Bill, that's right. The ones that's left, they're giving themselves pay raises. You know, they're just hanging themselves, Bill. They're just, they might as well just take the noose themselves and save the people the time and effort.
Well, just like they go into a bar and
Global financial crash. Banks closing worldwide. Banks run have begun. Global currency reset has begun to gold asset-backed world currencies. Judy note, America was no longer subject to the U.S. INC's 1871 Corporation Art, and as of March 2024, their privately owned Federal Reserve fiat U.S. dollar would be no more. The Vatican Bank has long been stripped of its gold, which was returned to its rightful owners, mainly the new U.S. Treasury near Reno, Nevada. Central banks across the globe were shutting down. Bankrupted banks' runs have begun. U.S. INC itself was also bankrupt, and soon their old financial system would no longer exist. That includes the U.S. INC's Congress, White House, IRS, and Federal Reserve, while the U.S. INC three-letter agencies would no longer be funded, nor would they have access to the new asset gold U.S. note of the global currency reset that was rolling out this week. Friday, 26 January. Holly, this is how I have been told things go. It's RV, then the government take down the EBS/EAS, including NESARA. The RV funds the Republic, which they can then stand up. The government takedown is done publicly and does away with the corporation and the Federal Reserve. The Republic has the U.S. Treasury, which is backed by gold, and gold standard is implemented. Sunday, 28th, Charlie Ward. The event should be about 3 days based on the Bay of Pigs, then 10 days shutdown of Earth and activation of military EBS to TV and radios worldwide. At the same time, the government worldwide will be stood down, and they will further arrest, and there will be further arrest. We will then be having the big G, blockchain elections. We will be having governments 10% the size of what they are currently, all new people. Current global currency reset. The U.S. Treasury confirmed that the new Iraq dinar went live on Monday, 29 January. Monday, 29 January. High up source. The RV started today, 29 January at 4 p.m. Everything is going. Tuesday, 30 January, Bruce, the restitution, which he calls the R&R lump sum payment for those 62 and older, is supposed to begin sometime between Thursday, 1 February and Wednesday, 7 February. The increase in Social Security will occur in February and be given out on a regular Social Security day basis. So whenever you get paid, you will be getting your money on that day, supposedly. Wells Fargo sources said Tier 4B, us, the internet group, will be notified Wednesday, 31st February, after 1:30 p.m. in each time zone. Appointments should start on Thursday, 1 February. The USN has been out since last Thursday, 25 January, and traded on the Forex starting Sunday, 28 January. The new IQD rate also began trading on the Forex on Sunday, 28 January. On Monday, 29 January, Mark Z, a number of bond contacts are now under NDAs. We are getting a number of reports from credible people that they are now under NDA and very aware they are about to see the massive change because of the revolutions from the bond side. The majority of the bond folks are expecting things to happen the last 2 days of the month. So that is by Wednesday, 31 January. Monday, 29 January, Wolverine. International sales will officially close down tomorrow. Tuesday, 30 January, the closings are already arriving and all of the banking post transportation systems are being blocked. On Sunday, 28 January, on a radio broadcast in Colombia, the Pentecostal group leader said he was distributing funds to the members. The group was the linchpin to start the bond movement. It has more than 3 million members. It has more than 3 million members. It has happened. The leaders has about 80,000 members, and it has started, guys. The payment runs of the first Zimbabwe Blue and derivative began on Monday, 29 January at 9 a.m. Tuesday, 30 January, dinar recaps Iraq dinar today. Tuesday, AM 130-24, Iraq done finally RV on Forex, trading 3-00. Great news, celebrating a congrats RV 1 February 2024, 4-12 on Shelling Aikido Forex market, Iraq dinar back to Forex rate internationally 330. Texas Snake, I just visited with Oki. The banker related that all the, I lost my place. Related that all those above him, that something late tomorrow, Tuesday, 30 January, or Wednesday, 31 January, appointment exchange text would be on caller schedule. Recent GCR history, the gold-backed U.S. dollar was introduced from Reno on Thursday, 25 January at 4:47. All 86 global currency reset platforms were loaded with money and launched on Friday, 26 January. Tuesday, 30 January, John Dowling news. The BRICS allowance has now overtaken the G7 in terms of shares of global GDP. BRICS now comprises 35% of the total world's GDP. 30 more nations are lined up to join shortly. Quick overview on Tuesday, 30 January, Bruce the Big Call. The U.S. and restitution R&R lump sum payment for those 62 and above is supposed to start Thursday, 1 February through Wednesday, February 7th. The R&R for 42 to 61 will come over 10 to 15 year period. They no longer, they have to, they have to agree they will continue to work. The increase in Social Security will occur February on regular Social Security days. The payment is not to go over $4,900. Wells Fargo said Tier 4B, us, the Internet Group, will be notified Wednesday, 31st February after 1:30 p.m. in each time zone. Appointments could start on Thursday, 1 February. Rates are solid on the ZIM, 1-to-1 on a par. The new global backed USN has been out since Thursday, 25 January, and being traded on the Forex started Sunday, 28th January. The new IQD dinar rate was out and also began trading on the Forex on Sunday, 28th January. Monday, 29 January, Barclays flags 40 bank branch closures. The Department of Justice announced criminal charges against 2 people and the guilty plea of a third person for orchestrating a $1.9 billion cryptocurrency fraud scheme known as Fund. That's pretty much it, guys. It was one of Judy's better ones. I know that I repeated some things. I talked about Bruce and I read about Bruce, but I thought there was good information there. I thought there was some really good information, and I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Man, we did pretty good tonight. 88 thumbs up. But as I said the other day when I had a couple people in the chat, and I get a kick out of it because I will never tell someone to go hit the like button. If they want to hit it, they hit it. That's, I don't need you to hit the like button. Right now, as I look up there's 145 people on here, and we're an hour and 2 minutes into the show. An hour and 2 minutes. You guys have liked me enough to be here in my chat. I can talk an hour later than somebody else. So talk all you want while I chat. The only thing I do ask is a little respect. Maybe I say, Papa G? Is that Gojo? And I'm gonna be. A couple of weeks ago, Bruce came out and said everybody's gonna get money. Or at least 23. 23 was the magical number. I was thinking it was gonna be 21. But I think kids will still be in college, 21 or whatever. But I thought I said 23 or 21. And that went up to 40. And it was 41 to 61. And then us old folks after that. But everybody was supposed to get $1,200 a month. Bruce didn't talk about that. The 21 to that, they're supposed to get it, and the others are, but he didn't talk about that. I hope I'm not crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but maybe that is something totally different. And I might have to go back and listen to the 2 previous Bruces again and see what he had to say. But if anybody has an answer, was I right? The video is stroking out. Yeah, it's perfect where I'm at, so. Margaret, I don't know if I said hi to you. Yeah, I did. You was first one I said hi to. See, it was so long ago, I forgot. But,
Margaret.
guys, don't be surprised if I pop up tomorrow night on a show. I won't say it'll be a long one, but I don't want to get back into 5 days a week and put the pressures on me that I had before because, guys, it almost killed me. Because I was just living this. I was constantly doing research, reading people's research, trying to cover everything. But I've learned that. Thank you, Linda. Remember, Linda like this. Linda, do I really have to send you that money I told you I would send you if you said that? No. But anyway, folks, Linda has a dog. Yep. The dog's name was Buddy, but out of respect for me, she renamed the dog. So the dog's name now is Buddy Holly.
Susie Q did make it tonight.
Susie Q did make it, Ron said. Welcome, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. You guys know how every now and then I just do what I just did, or I sing happy birthday, and I sing. Bruce mocked me today. Bruce started singing a song, and I didn't think he was going to be able to continue doing his show because he got laughing so hard. Actually, he sounded pretty good. Hey, Russ is here. Wow. Russ Kaiser. Oh, when you said Russ, I thought maybe Patriot4, me and Ron's other brother came on, our partner. It's okay, Susie Q. Cleaning, LOL. Hey, well, I tell you to come and clean my house, but yeah, they wouldn't do no good. Okay, let's say prayer, guys. For all of yous that wanted it the other night, they did it tonight. We got 100 thumbs up. Dear Lord, as we come to the end of tonight's show, I just want to thank you for putting me in such a great mood. I just, right now, of what's going on, Lord, at your hands, at your timing, I am very, very happy to be alive. I'm very happy that you chose not only me, but Ron and all the people here in this group to be part of a family that loves for each other and cares for each other and is there for each other. Lord, I want you to look after all the children, 100% of the children, as they mean so much. And please look after everybody's animals. And we will take care of all of that when the time is right. We just have to get some help to get this going. Lord, thank you for the great news the other night that Cindy is doing better. Thank you for the news that other people in our group is doing better. But for the people who are struggling, or family members are struggling, or Marianne who is struggling, Lord, please look after us all and take care of us. And I pray to you in my Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Okay, guys, I shouldn't have said that about Marianne struggling. She's really not struggling. It's an inside joke between me and her. Okay? And just, guys, have a great night. Go get some information. Send me some stuff. I'm going to be up late tonight. I don't have to babysit tomorrow, so I'm going to be up late tonight. And as Susie Q says, now she come in late. She's going to be one of the first ones out. As Susie Q says, good night, everyone. Much love to my Patriot family. We'll see you Friday night.